Welcome to the Caregiver Relief Podcast. I'm your host, Diane Carbo, RN, and today we have a very special episode. We're going to be talking about something that impacts every senior and every caregiver: safety at home. Joining me is Dot Boyd, Senior Safety Specialist, who has dedicated her career to helping older adults live independently and confidently. What makes today's conversation especially exciting is that Dot will not only be sharing her expertise, but also will be showing us a variety of safety products designed to reduce risk, prevent falls, and bring peace of mind to families. This will also be an informative and hands-on discussion. We'll see how these products work, why they're important, and how they can make a big difference in the daily lives of seniors and their caregivers. So whether you're a family caregiver, a professional in elder care, or planning for your own future, stay tuned. You won't want to miss this practical solutions Dot has to share with us today. This episode is sponsored by myvitalvault.net, your all-in-one life organizer for aging adults and caregivers. It's designed to help you securely store your essential legal, medical, and emergency information in one easy-to-access place. Because when a crisis hits, being prepared can make all the difference. Join our Caregiver Relief community, a warm, welcoming space where you can connect with other caregivers, ask questions, share stories, and find support from people who truly understand. Visit community.caregiverrelief.com to join now, because caregiving is one of the hardest and most meaningful things you'll ever do, and no one should have to do it alone. And if this episode speaks to you, please take a moment to like, share, or comment. Every click helps us reach more caregivers who need encouragement, resources, and hope. Dot, I know you've brought some of your top safety products with you today, and I'm really excited because we have had, since you started doing your podcasts with me, I have people saying, I wish I could see them. I wish I could feel them. I wish I knew what I needed, because people don't know what they don't know. So I'm really excited for you to actually see items in action. So let's start with the first one. Can you tell us what it is and how it works and why it's important for senior safety?
Yes, I love talking about this. I'm passionate about fall safety, senior safety, and it's all about preserving your safety and independence, right? As we age. We've talked about that in the previous podcast. So when you're shopping for these, really you need to zero in on a couple of things. First and foremost, am I most concerned about my safety or my loved one's safety when they're at home? Or am I most concerned about their safety when they're on the go? Or am I concerned about their safety at home and on the go? And I think those are really the three things to look for or to ask when you're shopping around. So I'm going to start with one of our in-home devices. I love this device because it's simple. This is the Crow Health device from Electronic Caregiver. And I am an independent consultant for Electronic Caregiver. So that's why I'm an expert on these. This one I love because it's very simple. There's no batteries to charge. There's nothing. You just plug it into the wall somewhere central in the house or somewhere where you're most concerned about your safety. For some people, it's the bedroom because the up and down at night is a problem. For other people, it's no, put it in my living room. I spent all day there and that's where I want it. And I sleep in my chair there, so that's my spot. So it all depends. But what I love about this is very simple. It even includes telemedicine. So with the push of this little button here, I can call and talk to a doctor, even a specialist. So,
wow.
Yeah, not emergency. Or if I'm not sure if it's emergency, I could talk to someone and say, I'm not sure if this is an emergency.
Yeah.
And you can give them your health profile and then they know who you are when you call. I do have some clients who don't care about that. And so we can program, I'm backwards at this number, this one here, to call a favorite family member. I have folks with some cognitive decline who are not using the phone anymore, but they know this is the button to call their favorite son. Push and be connected. So it can be customized that way.
Oh, that's a simple but powerful tool. I love that because especially it gives caregivers a little peace of mind, especially the working caregiver or the long distance caregiver, because they know that they have something that's going to be helping their loved one stay safe at home.
It's so important. A lot of people just don't realize it. And I'll show you what the pendant looks like this because you have to be wearing something. I'm just going to say this. A lot of people think, and we've talked about this before, Diana, and you know it, they think they're going to rely on their phone. It's either their little cell phone or a landline phone. But I'm telling you, if you're having a stroke, you're having a TIA, you tripped over your little pet, or that rug you should have thrown out, or whatever, and you're having some sort of an emergency and you fall, and or you're incapacitated, there's absolutely no way you're going to be able to get to that phone and call 911.
I've seen it millions of times, so you're absolutely right.
Yeah, so you got to have a wearable piece on. You can wear something around your neck. You can wear it around your wrist. I'll show you the pendants that come with this one.
Oh, those are nice.
Not bad, right?
Yeah.
People always think there's some fancy new iWatch or something, or some smartwatch or something.
Yeah.
It don't look like your grandma's medical alert.
No, it doesn't.
And nobody wants to wear that one if they don't have to.
Exactly.
Although, I look at it this way. Wear what's going to work best for you because it's all about your safety and independence. It's about getting help in an instant, in minutes rather than outright.
Yes. Yeah.
I'll show you. I'll do a little demo. I'll cancel it because otherwise it just goes into demo action. It's boring. But for instance, here's a wrist pendant. And I push this.
Dialing the emergency response center now. To cancel this call, please press the help bar now.
Oh, wow.
Right?
Your call has been canceled.
That's simple. So I could be in the shower. I push my button. I slipped. I don't want that cold water running on me a half hour from now. And I can't get up. It's dangerous. So I just push my wearable button. These are all water resistant, designed to be 24/7. And the idea being you never know when your accident's going to be, if you're going to have one, it's not planned. So you just have this on and can push it. Now, I neglected to bring my little neck hanger out, but oops. Okay, live audience, I'm a little uncoordinated. I will show you. Oh, I'll just pick another button because we're on live TV. Anyway, these buttons all pop out. See this pretty purple button? I can tell you a story about this button. Okay, so this button, they all pop out of the housing that goes around your wrist, and they come with a neck housing. So you can wear this discreetly under your blouse, under your shirt. You can even put a chain or a jewelry around. I have a lot of ladies who are fashionable. And then you have it discreetly. You don't have to wear it around your wrist. But in every kit, you have the option to wear it either way.
Wow.
Play around with it till you get what you like. Or depending on what you're doing, you can do that. But I like the fact that there's the ability to do something different.
Yes. I know. I will tell you right now, the boomers want fashion. They don't want to look like it's anything it looks like it's from a hospital or gives them any sense that they are aging.
I know. And I talk about this all the time. So yeah, look at this one here, and people don't ever say, "Oh, is that an old lady button? Is that my phone to get out?" No, they usually think, "Oh, cool watch," right?
Yes.
But it does nothing but be there if you need it. So what's really important to know is many devices that are out there do all sorts of things. You've got a beautiful smartwatch, and it can be checking your heart rate, your steps, what time it is, your email, your phone, and a fall detector. But what happens is because it does so much, it has to be taken off to charge every day.
Yeah.
Downside of that, there's pros and cons with every device.
Yes.
The downside of that is when it's off, you're not protected, you're not wearing something. That's A. B, are you going to be able to put it on by yourself? And C, are you going to remember to put it back on? And I know a lot of folks who don't wear their beautiful watches in the shower. Those falls happen in the shower. They also aren't wearing them at night. That's when they charge them. And boy, 2 a.m., you get up to go to the bathroom and you fall. What the heck are you going to do? if you're
And
not
and
waiting.
they do happen at night when you least expect them, and I like that it doesn't have to be charged all the time, because if it does, I can see where it'd be an issue, and just when you need it, it's sitting in the charger, not doing its job.
Yeah, not doing its job. I think it's also important. So if someone has chronic health conditions, this is the device that can help somebody manage those. So for instance, see this little button here. Whoops, this one here. That is the You've Got Mail button. Everybody knows that, right? You've got mail.
Oh, how cute.
Isn't that cute? So there's a mobile app that goes with this. For instance, you can do this yourself, or if you've got helicopter kids or a care manager, they can leave messages to the device from their mobile phone. That then this will ping and it will light up. We'll do one as an example. I think we have time. And you can be reminded when it's time to take your medications, time to exercise, time to drink more water, whatever. Good morning, Grammy. I love you. I'm your favorite granddaughter. Have a great day. Don't forget me at Christmas or whatever, you know. But there's just to check in. And what's so wonderful is with the mobile app, somebody can set up any kind of message to be a one time or recurring.
Mhm.
And multiple times. And then when the person plays the message, it shows on the mobile app that they got your message. So we talked about worried daughters and daughters-in-law.
Yes.
This would be a way to know that mom's up and about in the morning because
Yeah.
you left her a good morning message and she looked forward to that and she played it.
You know what's really nice about that too is the care receivers actually having interaction with their family members, and it gives them a reason to get up in the morning. It gives them a reason to look forward to something because somebody may be contacting them or is contacting them on a regular basis, and I really like that.
Yeah, I do too, Diane. I think about how our world has changed where people just text, right?
Yeah.
Grandkids aren't really calling.
Yeah.
But maybe they can leave a sweet message and it's programmed to be delivered every day at the same time. And then there's no phone call. And then sometimes seniors don't even pick up the phone anymore, aren't using a phone, but they're hearing a cheerful voice,
Yeah.
friendly reminder, or hey, mom, I'm picking you up for your appointment today at 1. Can't wait to see you. Whatever. Just
Yeah.
something. And then there's this interaction so that's not the person isn't completely isolated. So those are some aspects of it. And I'll show you really quickly. So for instance, you can add different peripherals to this. And so if someone needs to be checking any vitals, they can do that too. And all of this is stored in the mobile app.
Ah.
So when you get to the doctor and
It's the thermometer. Please wait.
you'll have all your data and you can show them in your mobile app or your kids can.
Oh, wow, that's
Or you
very
can email it to them.
Uh-huh.
You're not waiting until 2 days before your appointment and starting to do everything.
I know seniors that do that.
Your reading is 36.7 Celsius, which is 98.1 degrees Fahrenheit.
Very nice.
Yeah,
Your
right.
device will power off automatically after several minutes. Please do not take any measurements during this time.
I'm a little warmer than usual. It must be because I'm on a Zoom call. I'm on a record.
It's your electric personality coming out. It's heating you up.
Is that what it is? Okay.
Absolutely.
Check this out. I'm going to try to show you on the iPad just because I'll take it out of its folder. It's easier because I think it's easier to see than on a phone. This is all just a mobile app that, again, the user doesn't have to have the mobile app, but the loved ones might want to have it. Adult kids who are worried sick. So I can come over here to wellness and see how it shows my temperature.
Oh,
See that
yeah.
very well. I'll hold it up to the camera really close without glare. There it is.
Yes.
And then I could be doing that multiple times a day or whatever. It could be anything from blood pressure reading to, gosh, I'll just show you a picture so you can see the different things. Because you being a nurse, Diane, these things. You're able to see, okay,
You know, pulse ox and the thermometer. There's so many things that I really like about this. It's practical for, again, the working caregiver or the long distance caregiver to be able to give them peace of mind while and know that their family member is being cared for or monitored.
Exactly. I mean, because you can't be there 24/7, and honestly,
No.
nobody wants you to be.
No. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Real quickly, if we have a second, I'll show you how to leave a message because I think since we talked about that, I'm just going to show you then here on the mobile app a little bit.
Okay.
There's a little message button. Okay. Hi, Diane. Thanks for having me on your show today. I'm having so much fun. You're the best. Everyone should be calling you. Have a great day. Bye. Okay, so now if you can see this,
That, you know what? I have to tell you, that's very easy. Even a person that has no computer knowledge or anything can learn that task, and it's wonderful.
I'm just going to tell your audience, I am not a techie. I am the last person in my age group to be doing anything like this. And if I can do it, just about anybody can. So there it is. I left a message. So now I'm going to hit the arrow. I'm going to send it or schedule it. Instead of scheduling it for later in the day, we're going to do it now. So I'm going to say send message now. And we'll let it says thinking of you, but I could have changed it to thank you, Diane. But I'm just going to hit send.
Oh, you got mail. It is so cute.
And how it's flashing. You hear that?
Yes.
Now, it's backwards on the computer.
You have one new message. First message.
Hi, Diane. Thanks for having me on the show today.
Oh, wow.
You're the best. Everyone. Bye.
Tell you what, that is really awesome. 'Cause a lot of seniors can't go out to their mailbox and check their mailbox anymore, and you don't want them to because they could fall or whatever. I love that they can actually have mail come to them, a voicemail, and it's gotta give people something to look forward to. That's lovely.
So I'll show you. Remember, we just left it in the default of thinking of you, right? So I have this message. If you can see it, it says thinking of you. And then it shows that I played thinking of you. So you know your loved one got the message. So that tells you that, hey, mom's okay. She hasn't been picking up the phone, but she got her message. So I don't have to worry so much. Or
Well,
dad.
seniors get bombarded with all kinds of spam calls during the elections or Medicare enrollment period, and they just stop answering the phone, a lot of them.
Yeah, they do. They do. And if they have a landline, it's really not near them generally because it's usually sitting in its charging cradle.
Yes, yes.
But yeah, they're getting spam. So at least this is a way to stay in touch.
Just love that.
It's pretty neat. I think this is an amazing machine. So it's ideal for anyone who really is most concerned about their health and their emergency, being able to summon emergency help when they're at home.
Yes.
The front yard, backyard, because the wearable device has a long range. The other thing that I want to remind folks is you get to customize the protocols. It's not always about dispatching emergency help. Sometimes families will say, oh no, I live 5 minutes from dad. So I want to call first. So if he pushes his button, he's on a device with a live operator because that's who comes on. Hello, this is electronic caregiver. Do you need emergency help or assistance, right? And they know who this person is, and they know their health conditions and their allergies to meds, their preferred hospital, where their medical directives are posted, even how to get in the house if the door's locked, all of these important things, right? And then the emergency call list is being notified. But families get to decide, first call me, because if I'm nearby, I'm going to run and check on dad. And if dad needs help, then we'll push his button or we'll tell the operator, yes, please send help. So everybody gets to customize the response and change it as life changes.
I like that. The flexibility of it. And you know what else I like? These are making small changes in a person's life, and seniors do not like change. It's horrific to them. And these are simple changes that can make a huge difference in their lives. And it gives the caregiver peace of mind, and that's priceless.
Absolutely. And I know a lot of people do ask about fall detection, and I didn't want to neglect that, but there is a fall detector that can be paired with it. And fall detectors are a funny bunch because they can give off false alarms and they can miss alarms. So I always tell someone, don't rely on this 100%. I don't care what fall detector you're wearing. There's no guarantee that it's going to go off, because if somebody slides off a chair, they may not bounce around. If they're wearing it under their clothing, it can't bounce around. And what it has to do is, and they all do, there's the calibration inside for knowing, oh, it was vibrating and now it's gone still. I have a gentleman who gets up right away. He starts moving around the minute he falls. He's trying to get up. So far, he hasn't found a fall detector that's going to work for him. And I'm working with his wife to try to figure out what else can he do, because he won't just lay still. He's going to try to get up, which doesn't give the device long enough, anyone's fall detector long enough to know what's real or not. Or if you've got some, they go off all the time and no one pays attention to them anymore.
That's what happens in nursing homes and assisted living, the alarms. Everybody becomes fatigue. It's fatigue. It's alarm fatigue. And they hear so many alarms going off, and they're worthless because nobody goes to help.
Yeah, exactly. And I even talk with folks, because they may be my client and now they're moving into assisted living. I want to cancel their service with me, which of course they can do. No penalties, no hard feelings. But I do caution them, because I've been told by these communities, these senior living places, that when someone pushes their alarm or pulls the cord or whatever, we might get to them right away, and we might not, because it doesn't mean there's an emergency.
I can tell you, I worked for upscale. I was director of nursing at a very upscale assisted living. And I say this and it upsets people, but assisted living is the most dangerous of all the medical delivery systems, only because it's based on a social model, not a medical model. And a social model means the person has to be able to direct their care. And we have people that work at McDonald's are the people that are at the assisted living taking care of you. They don't have any medical background. Now, you may have a nurse on staff or you may not. I know a lot of they may have one nurse in the whole building, and then people that are passing pills just have been taking a small few-hour pharmacy course, and things are missed. And it's very unfortunate, because nobody's going in on a regular basis to assess somebody. So my thoughts are, have them call me, because I'd say keep this. I think you're wise to keep this, because assisted living, and again, it depends on the facility, but most of them don't staff at a good level. And if you don't pay for extra, like visits to the room for things, you get charged for it. So this actually is a cost-effective way to be able to monitor your health and not be charged big bucks from the assisted living facility. And it stretches out your dollars to stay in that building longer.
Perfect point, because it's $60 a month, give or take, on this one. That's cheap compared to the hundreds and thousands of dollars someone to check in. What I think is important to note too, that with this particular service, with my service, the subscriber, these phone calls go to emergency medical technicians. These are medical responders. The operators are trained. All they do, with the biggest company across the US, all they do is take calls all day long and dispatch for emergency devices like these, as well as home alarms. This is their business. It's the most advanced probably in the world, and that's who we contract with. So when the operator's on your device, they stay on that device until help is by your side. Now, the protocol may be to call the front desk or the 24-hour number for assistance, but that operator's on the line on your device waiting to see what's going to happen. And they know that someone's not coming, or someone is coming, but until someone's by your side. So now you've got someone who can dispatch help right away. If they're not coming, they can dispatch the first responders to you, and you don't have to wait. So that's that extra layer.
That's pretty impressive. Yes, very impressive.
All the while your family's being notified in real time via text and phone calls, depending again on how the family has set it up. there's been an alert, right? Yeah, I love this. I love the simplicity of it, and I love the things it can do. And all the wearer of the button needs to know is to keep that button on 24/7 and push it if they need it, or wear the fall detector, which also has a push button.
That's awesome. That's awesome. It just adds up to a safer home environment, even in assisted living.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And when since it is National Caregiver Month, right?
Yes.
A lot of folks and care partners, their focus is on the patient. And there are times, and I'm sure for you too, Diane, but definitely for me because of the services I offer, I have usually a care partner, a spouse, best friend, family member calling about a loved one who has cognitive decline or is falling a lot or this or that. And very little attention is paid to them, their own well-being, right?
Yes.
They first put on your own oxygen mask first because you can't help anyone without doing that.
Exactly. Yes.
And they don't realize that their loved one may not be able to use a device like this anymore. It's possible, right? Boy, they sure need something because they're the superhero. Coming and going, right? Taking care of their loved ones, trying to do everything they always did. And if something happens to them and they're not able to push a button and their loved one can't call 911 for them, what are they going to do?
Yes.
Have a calamity right there happening before everyone's eyes. So I'm going to say directly to these caregivers out there, first take care of you because you are no good to anyone if you aren't looking out for yourself so that you can look out for your loved.
I hope you guys are listening out there because this is good information. That's something I try to tell every caregiver every single time I talk to them is, yeah, you have to focus on you as well and your health. So that's why these products that you are and services you are offering, Dot, give such peace of mind. And they're not just gadgets, they're confidence builders, not just for seniors, but it's peace of mind for caregivers. And that's amazing.
Absolutely, without a doubt. I tell you, I hear, "Oh, good, now I can sleep a little bit better tonight." And guess who that's from? The daughter-in-law.
Yep.
No offense, guys, but it tends to be the women. We're still
It does. For the majority, there are male caregivers, God bless them. I've worked with several, but the majority is women. It is.
So that's the internet home device. I can show you the one that is also for in-home that has all the amazing bells and whistles. I can do that one next. It's called
Okay.
Caregiver. She's a little bit challenging to demonstrate over Zoom, but we can do it. So this is Addison, and she's an avatar. And I didn't know what an avatar was 2 years ago, but thing that's created, right?
Yes.
And fun personality. I apologize for the glare, but I know how to get around that. And Addison is a proprietary product of Electronic Caregiver. I didn't invent any of these things. And this is pretty darn amazing. So I have her in privacy mode because you could have her in privacy mode, but you would have a tablet similar to this in your home, maybe in multiple places. Ooh, she's tending to her fish and you can talk to her. When she's the real deal, mine's a demo unit, so not everything is voice activated, but you can talk to her. She's going to have your medication schedule. She'll remind you whatever it needs to be in there for reminders. It's all in there. And all of your information with any of these devices is all HIPAA protected and encrypted and locked in the vault, basically.
Good point.
Right? That's, I think, important to know because none of us want our information shared. And you're providing who is on your emergency call list, and they're the only people who can have your information unless you release it to your doctor. Okay. So what I love about Addison is she's fun and she's helpful. Oh, she heard me. See? So now the menu came up. Right? Then she's here with Addison. So I could walk you through a few things just so you get a sense. Here, for instance, since we talked about over the course of time how important it is to have do your balance and fall exercises, anything you can do. She's got a whole routine. Like she'll help you. You can have a reminder so you don't forget, but you can pick what exercises you want to do. And she's
wow.
Check it out. I know, right?
Yes.
This is so important. You get to pick. So we can do, what do we want to do there, Diane, which should we pick?
Oh, let's do knee bends.
Everybody needs those. Knee bends. Okay, here we go.
While holding onto something sturdy, lift your foot up so it's slightly above the ground behind you. Remember to only bend from the knee. We don't want to also lift our thigh in the process. Try to get your lower leg to a 45-degree angle behind you. Hold this position for just a moment, and then slowly return your foot back to the floor.
That's cool.
Times for each leg.
Right?
Yes.
We're going to exit fitness because we're exhausted.
Yeah.
Or as my mom used to say, for some humor, exhaustipated.
Oh,
now
that's funny. Yes.
Exhaustipated, and we would laugh. So I am going to say, yes, we are exiting. So that's just one thing. There's a whole calendar in here, so you could, or someone else can put all your important stuff in the calendar. And
Okay.
it tells you the weather, everything. That's neat. Oops, I went back to October. You can actually, when this is the live version, you can say emergency, and she will now engage with the same way any of our devices would and get the emergency operator on the line, the one that is contacted. So it's not 911. What's important to know is when you're calling 911, you're either getting the highway patrol or maybe local police or local fire. You might. It depends. And if you're calling from a cell phone, I got to figure out where you are. Of course, this device already knows where you are. So did the other device. But this operator knows who you are. So one of the main differences for having any of these kinds of subscriptions is you are known to the operator. You may not need emergency responders. You may just need to talk to someone and say, I'm feeling a little dizzy. And then they'll look at your medications. We have health coaching that comes with it. You can even talk to the health coach. They'll look and see what your protocols are. But it doesn't mean, you see, when you call 911, you're all in or all out. There's no
Exactly.
gray area. Let me see. I'm not sure. And my health, they just want to get you off the phone. So in this case, your health protocols are there and that sort of thing. And by just hollering out emergency, you can get emergency help. You can also just say, call 911. That's the same thing. It'll still get that. Just to give you an idea, you can also do vital signs, the same kind of thing. I can have my vitals scheduled or I can take it, the same kind of thing. I just decide Addison temperature. And then she's going to do my temperature, for instance, or my pulse ox or whatever it is assigned, because it's the same 7 peripherals can be added. And she's fun and she's got games. She's got all sorts of stuff because you want to keep your brain active. So we know there's exercises, but it's also important to have, let's see here. Whoops. Let me go over to options. So this is where you can change things. Oh, hey, we can personalize Addison. If I say change avatar, there's some choices there.
Lots of different ones. Yes.
Lots of different ones. Yep.
Yes.
And the voice changes. So I love that. So you get someone that suits you better, right?
Yes.
You can have the holidays. You can change the house because you might like different kinds of houses. So I like being at the beach, so I tend to pick that one.
Me too. Me too. I'd have to tell you that one of the things I want my caregivers to understand is that you have games in here, and activities are such an important thing that is so overlooked. It keeps the senior engaged, and it also can decrease or eliminate negative or challenging behaviors. So having games and things available activities are so important, and they're the most overlooked, and it gives the caregiver actual respite from the senior a lot of times because they're involved in an activity.
Absolutely. It can be soothing. It can be stimulating.
Yep.
It's fun. And there could be a lot of repetition, especially if there's any cognitive decline going on.
Yes.
Or isolation. And sometimes a caregiver is, not that story again, or not that question again. And what if there's some fun engagement that is one-on-one and you don't have to be involved in it? Now, you could play along, But there's solitaire, there's brain game. I don't even know how to play some of these yet. I mean, they add new ones. There's a puzzle. I like the puzzle. I can pick the easy one. That gives me choices. So when I go over to Puzzle-Rama, come on, Puzzle-Rama, I want to know. Oh, start game, because I'm not paying attention. So then I get the choice, and I get
Oh,
to pick.
wow.
There's just some examples of some of the puzzles, right?
Yes.
And then let's see what else is there. Ooh, they've added a whole bunch more.
Awesome.
Okay, is this pizza? Is it lunch? And then I'm making easy, but easy is 20 pieces, and it goes all the way up to 88 pieces. And then you're just moving puzzles around pieces.
I'm glad it doesn't have 1,000 pieces.
I'm telling you about it. Oh, there's music. See?
Oh, that's
So
nice.
that's cute. So I'm just gonna put pieces there and see where they all end up fitting.
Uh-huh.
But it's
Oh,
stimulating.
yes.
And yes, like you said, a respite for the caregiver.
Yes.
Because you need time for yourself, and you've got to find ways to have a person love what they're involved in here, being very engrossed in it. So you can go take 5 minutes and breathe, take a shower, eat a sandwich,
Yes.
something. So that's just to give you an idea of Addison, but there's all sorts of things that can be programmed for her, and including the messages and reminders. And like I said, there's health coaching involved and chronic condition management, all sorts of things, really, depending on what a person wants. And this one's really in the neighborhood of $200 to $300 a month, plus device fee. But it's still in the realm of things. If it helps keep you on track with your health and fitness, and helps
Yes.
your family members thinking, okay, mom's engaging with her Addison, and we see what she's doing, and she's on track. She's really determined to live alone, and it looks like this is a piece of the puzzle. Speaking of puzzles, these
And
are
I'll
all
tell you what, it again, peace of mind has no price tag.
exactly. Absolute peace of mind. We've all had those sleepless nights, and I bet you anyone watching this will be nodding their head like,
Yep.
yes.
And Addison offers a lot of opportunity. It can be on top if person has a urinary tract infection. They may become confused. They don't always have to have a fever. They don't have to often pee often. There's just things that change and a confusion. And if somebody is aware of that relatively early, you can just call the doc and say, hey, mom seems confused today, or she's erratic. Can we get a script for a urinary test, or go to the pharmacy and pick up a test on the way home and give mom to see if she has a urinary tract infection? Because the seniors don't have signs and symptoms, except a lot of times they don't have the temperatures, they don't have the frequency, they don't even have blood in their urine. They just may have behavioral issues that may just be a urinary tract infection. So I like being able to monitor that.
I have to tell you, that was one of my mom's most frequent issues in her last few years of life. Frequent urinary tract infections. And the symptoms weren't like they used to be. So sometimes it would be a behavioral change that was just all of a sudden, right? We would have, mom's delirious, mom's change, something's wrong with that urinary tract infection. It's so clear. And I even tell people now, if all of a sudden your loved one, your parent, is acting like there's some dementia going on, please don't let anyone tell you that's what it is. If it came on suddenly, it is probably a lovely UTI, and you want to get those in the bud.
I want to tell you, I had a call from a client whose mother was in a very high-end memory care unit. He was spending almost $10,000 a month. And he calls me and says, my mom's behavior has become so erratic for the last 2 weeks that the facility is going to kick her out. And I said, whoa, wait. And I said, did they check her for a urinary tract infection? And he called and they said, no, they didn't. This is why I say they're not medical people, they're not trained. And she actually ended up in the hospital with sepsis and was able to be treated, but it's the behaviors can get worse and it can lead to kidney shutdown and all kinds of things. So or sepsis, which is awful. But we had that one call to me made a difference because he was like, what am I going to do if she has to get kicked out from memory care? Because this was not her normal behavior. And that's why I bring it up that people really have to stay on top of their loved ones at home and in an assisted living environment.
I agree with that. And with the Addison, it comes bundled with a couple of things that I haven't mentioned yet. And I'll just go over one briefly. It's still in development stages with things coming, but it's called the Addison Care Aware. And there's these 4 little sensors. They're pretty neat. They go in the main room. So let's say the bathroom, the bedroom, kitchen, family room. Let's just say that's the typical place. And they work off of Wi-Fi, so a person has to have Wi-Fi. They plug it to your outlet, and you still get an outlet. You can still use it as an outlet. But what it does is it sends signals, and your loved one, your care partner, or your kids will have a mobile app that goes with it, and they can see, oh, gee whiz, mom's making a lot of trips to the bathroom. Maybe there's something going on.
Yeah.
Okay, dad didn't get out of bed this morning during the rise and shine window that's programmed in. We better go call dad or check on dad because something's amiss. So these are really basic. They don't do everything. There's no wearable involved, so at least it's something. It can help nip something in the bud. It can help give some indicators, some data that, mom is too isolated. Mom needs some caregiving. Dad sits in that chair all day. We got to get him up and moving, right?
Yes. And these are home safety solutions for any caregiver for different price ranges, and that's really important too. I like this one specifically because it's non-intrusive. It's the sensors are in the walls because I could hear seniors say, I don't want to be videotaped. I don't want to be watched. And this way they can be monitored and it's unintrusive. It's not right in their face saying, we're watching you.
Nobody wants a camera. When families come to me and say, we're putting cameras in dad's house. Oh, great. I'm sure dad loves that. Right? I understand if someone has extreme cognitive decline and they're putting cameras in, but that worries me if the person's spending time alone. But if they're up and about with it, being photographed or knowing that the kids can look at a camera at any time and see them, that's most of us wouldn't want it. And then you can't put that in the bathroom. And you need to know is there something happening? And at least the sensor would tell you multiple trips to the bathroom. This is not normal. We better check. That kind of thing.
Well, we have a growing aging population and we don't have enough youth to monitor our seniors or provide care for them. So we are really in trouble. It's a public health crisis right now. So we have to rely on technology to support us through every caregiver journey.
We do, and I think there's a lot of reluctance with the older generation to rely on, to even use technology. And I often will have someone say, oh, no, I don't use technology. Of course you do. You turn on the oven today.
I use the microwave. You watch TV.
You flush the toilet. All of these things were big deals in their time. And so it's all technology, but I like to use innovative solutions because I know tech is a 4-letter word. But I know that if I can use it, then,
anybody can use it.
Anyone can. And the other thing the Addison comes bundled with, or you can get this on your own, this is the portable unit. So Addison works in the home. So that's why you've got the sensors. That's all working at home. This is a wearable piece right around. It can be worn around in a pouch around on the hip, but I'm not as keen about that. Right here, outside your clothing or tucked away discreetly. You can't even see I've got anything on if I go put my blouse on correctly. But, which I can't do because it's a rare image when you're being photographed. But anyway, but for it to be fall detector, it has to be worn outside the clothing because it's like that other fall detector. It's got to move around freely.
Right.
So with this piece, it's all in one. This is portable. It has GPS in it. It comes with that mobile app. So if family members can see, okay, mom's at the grocery store, blah, blah, blah. Normal routine. Oh, good. Mom got home in one piece. Because again, you can look at that mobile app. updating every half hour. And then if a person gets into trouble, and I'll do a live example of it, we would just push our button or the fall detection would go off. This is really for independent seniors. You're driving, you're taking walks, you're not going to get to your phone. If you are in a parking lot and something happens to you or somebody accosts you, and a nice person comes along and calls 911, that's great, but they don't know who else to call. So, right, you could be on your way to the hospital and no one knows it. And with this, you've got your emergency call list. They are contacted by electronic caregiver. It all happens simultaneously. And the live operator is right here on the button.
I love that because I will tell you.
We'll let it go through just so people get
Yes.
Remember, it's pinpointing my location.
Oh.
No, I'm just testing my device today. This is she.
That's cool.
Have a good day.
You too. Thanks.
I'm in Myrtle Beach and we have seniors walking on the beach, and I'm on the beach a lot, sometimes by myself. And I can see in fact, I just was with a friend today. We were visiting and she got up. We were loving on some dogs and she got up and she had a vertigo episode and she got really dizzy. And if I hadn't been there, she would have fallen and she would have hurt herself and nobody would have known she was even there because this was just, we were out of the way visiting. So I just thought, oh my, but it happens all the time. I had an episode this summer. We had a horrible heat wave. It was the hottest we had ever had. And I must have been dehydrated. And I get up and I go to the beach. I take the dogs to the beach. And I had an episode like I've never had before. I got up to the handicapped ramp and the girls are with me and they hovered around me and I just had to grab onto all of a sudden I got really dizzy and I was probably dehydrated and didn't realize it because I'm usually a good drinker, but it was sweaty and hot and it was early in the morning. And it was only by the grace of God, there was a man there and I said, I need help. And of course, he goes, what do you need? And I grabbed onto the rail and I passed out. It was just for a short, brief moment. But if I hadn't had him there to help me get to the car to get some liquid in me, I would have. And that's the first time ever. And I'm 72 that anything like that has ever happened. So it made me aware that I'm alone a lot going out to the beach or whatever and walking. I should consider something like that.
Yeah, I definitely, when my husband is gone, when I'm home by myself, boy, I am really good about wearing my device. I am not going to be falling or having a mishap of some sort and laying here for a couple of days.
Yes.
Where nobody knows because I work from home. So how does anybody know if I'm well or not?
Yes.
And so I just know too much.
Yes, I know. I get it. And I do too. And that's why I've seen some horror stories of people that have laid for days. I've literally taken care of people in the hospital that were found days after and they weren't able to move. Or my girlfriend's mother went through the flooding in Asheville, North Carolina, and how awful that was. And all the electric went out. So she was stuck for several days and she kept trying Alexa, she kept trying and nothing worked. Thankfully, she was in a good spot in her community. They were up high enough that they were able to help one another, but it does happen.
It does happen. And we're spending so much more time alone now than we ever did.
Yep.
We might outlive our spouses or be divorced, or our family is spread out all over the country. Whatever, it's not communities don't all know each other. Like, how many people know their neighbors?
Exactly.
Well, really, and if you live in a neighborhood where there's been turnover, and you've got young people who are going to work, raising kids, And
Yep.
you are retired and living alone in a house in that neighborhood. Do they know you? What happens during the day when they're all gone and you went to the mailbox and you took a fall, right? You're at the mercy of a delivery driver driving by and seeing you and calling for help, right? You're
Yes.
you are relying on others or even a phone, which we all know is just really not a great plan in an emergency that we didn't put on our schedule.
Yes.
My colleague in Mississippi always says, "God, did you schedule your emergency? Do you know when it's gonna happen?" No, and I like to think it's not gonna happen.
Yeah, and denial is a coping mechanism, but it's not a good one for us because accidents do happen and it's good to be proactive. That you've provided so much information today. I really love this. This is incredibly informative and helpful. Seeing these products firsthand makes it easy to understand how practical and effective they are. They really truly are confidence builders for seniors. And as far as caregivers, anything that will give them peace of mind is priceless. I know so many of them are so stressed, they become seriously ill with their own health issues. So I really love this. Before we wrap up, can you share how people can learn more about these products or reach out to you for guidance?
Really, and if I share my screen, I can bring my website up. Is that helpful too?
Yeah, you can do that, but we'll put it in the show notes and we will put it in our permanent page that we create, all that.
Oh, I think you have to give me permission, so it may not. Don't know if you're getting a
It's not
request.
letting me hit the button.
Okay, no big deal.
I'll
I'll
just
bring
decline it. Yeah.
it up. So you just go to dot for seniorsafety.com. So I'll spell that DOTFOR seniorsafety.com.
Okay.
That's the best thing. You can look at different products. You can download safety documents. I'm always adding new resources and new information. And our podcast will be there. Our last one I'm going to put up soon. And then you can also call me or text me 916-799-1660. I help folks all over the country. These
Yeah.
devices work throughout the country. If I'm not local to you, I'm happy to advise you. We can do a Zoom call, a FaceTime, a telephone call, whatever you would like with your family or you directly to really, I'll ask some questions. What are your biggest concerns? How can I possibly help? And let's see what's out there that is a good fit, right? Because the best device is the one that your loved one will wear, not the one
Yeah.
you think they should have, the one that will wear.
Absolutely, absolutely. And
Right.
caregivers need to realize that, and what I love is you give the personal touch. You know your business, you know your products, and you know what you're doing, and you've worked with so many seniors that caregivers need to come to you for guidance. You're the expert, and I appreciate that. So, thank you so much for your time today. I'm so excited. We will do this again. I think that this is really important, Dot. To my family caregivers out there, you are the most important part of the caregiving equation. Without you, it all falls apart. So, learn to be gentle with yourself. Practice self care every day because you are worth it.